Hey guys, welcome to Totoro Yoga Fusion. Today we are going to be focusing on core, specifically side plank, so we'll really target those obliques, transverse abdominis, and abdominal muscles. So we're going to get started standing today, so go ahead and meet me on the mat. We're just going to start off standing in the top third. This is going to be a quick class, so start off standing and let's go ahead and move into a few shoulder circles, rolling the shoulders up to the ears and then pressing the shoulder blades together and down and back. And doing that probably 2 or 3 times just till you feel relaxed. As you're breathing, you want to breathe in through the nose and then side out through the mouth. And then separating the feet, go ahead and bring the hands to the hips and we'll start with some hip circles. So if you want to start a little bit more simple than this, you could just start with a little side to side movement so you feel a stretch through the side of the body, and then take it into some hip circles, pressing the hips back, around, and then forward. And do about 2 to 3 circles in one direction. And then switch, do about 2 to 3 circles in the opposite direction. You'll stretch out through the hamstrings here some, as well as the low back. And then go ahead and come back to neutral, step the feet together, and let's actually move into some hip circles. So bring all of your weight into your right foot, stand up nice and tall, bring that left thigh parallel to the ground, and we'll just circle this left hip around. Remember to find your focal point, go ahead and switch direction. Your focal point, something on the floor that's not moving to stare at. Nice, and then we'll go ahead and place this left foot down, switch sides, same thing other side. So we'll just circle this right hip around. And you can place your hands anywhere that's comfortable, so hands on the hips or hands out to the side. Go ahead and switch direction. Anything that's going to help you balance. And then go ahead and place this foot down. Separate the feet about shoulders width distance apart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Grab onto opposite elbows, and then let's press the hips over to the left, bring your elbows to the right, and then come right back up, switch sides, and then come right back up. Keep leaning all the way to the side, keep leaning, and then we'll bend the knees as we circle down through a forward fold and pull yourself right back up to the top. Go ahead and do that 2 more times. Full body circles here. Inhaling as you come up to standing and exhaling as you go down. Go ahead and release the elbows at the top of that third circle. Shake out the arms, and we're going to do the other side. So inhale, reach the arms up, switch the crossing of your arms. So if your right arm was in front, switch it so the left arm's in front. Big breath in, exhale, side bend over towards the left, and then come back up over towards the right, and then come back up. Lean over towards the left and keep leaning, bend the knees and start to circle yourself down, passing through a forward fold and pulling yourself all the way back up to the top. 2 more times here. Again, inhaling to pull yourself up and exhaling to circle down. Go ahead and come all the way back up and then release the arms and shake it out. So moving into our first sun salutation, again, I'm going to stand in the top third of the mat, feet together or about hips width distance apart. With an inhale, reach the arms up, palms will touch at the top, slight back bend, and then exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your feet back into plank. From here, separate your feet. We're going to move into some shoulder taps. I like to separate my feet about max width distance apart. Keep those hips lifted in line with your shoulders. Step your hands a little closer together and start with those shoulder taps, tapping one shoulder at a time, trying to minimize movement from the hips. So you don't want your hips going side to side as you do this. You want to stabilize, really squeeze through the obliques and stabilize this movement as you take your time tapping the shoulders. Lots of focus and engagement here for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and step the feet back together. Big breath in, rock forward on the toes. Exhale, chaturanga. You can do this on your knees if you need to. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, press up on your knees if you need to. Hips up, downward facing dog. From here, you can walk your dog, bend and straighten, one knee at a time, loosen up through the back of the legs, the hamstrings and the calves. And then we'll lift the right leg up for three-legged dog. Inhale, bring your right knee forward to touch the chin. Exhale, press back. Inhale, right knee forward again to touch the chin. Exhale, press back. And then this time, bring that right knee forward, and let's just place that foot down. Drop down to your back knee, point the toes, and then inhale. Reach the arms up in line with the ears, high crescent lunge. From here, grab onto the thumbs or interlace the thumbs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend over. Inhale, come right back up. And exhale, bring the hands down to frame the foot. Pick up your back knee, plant your left hand, and lift your right hand up. Twist open here. So we're opening up towards the right. From here, we're going to transition into our first side plank. So engage through the core. Go ahead and pick up the heel of your front foot. Take as many steps as you need. And we're just going to step that foot back into a side plank variation. So for this first one, you have the option to drop down to your bottom knee. You want those hips lifted nice and high, and your top arm can be at your hip or up in the air. Let's do some leg lifts here. So if you're just focusing on your balance, you can hold there. If you're ready for those leg lifts, go ahead and lift and lower, lift and lower. 3 more times here, lift, lower, 2, lower, and 1. Go ahead and lower. Meet me back in plank pose, and then lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Step your feet together, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog, and with an inhale, bring your left knee forward to touch the chin. Exhale, press back. Inhale, left knee forward to touch the chin again. And exhale, press back. Last one, left knee comes forward. Drop that foot down. Come down to your back knee, just like we did on the other side. Reach the arms up. Interlace the thumbs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend over towards the bent knee. Inhale, come right back up. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Pick up your back knee, plant your right hand, lift your left hand up this time. So just like we did before, mentally prepare for what's coming next. We're gonna pick up this front leg and stack it back into our side plank. So engage through the core, lift up that front heel, take as many steps as you need as you roll onto the outer edge of your right foot, and you can hold strict side plank or drop down to that bottom knee, hips lifted nice and high. Let's go ahead and move into those leg lifts. Go ahead and lift and lower, lift and lower, lift, lower, 2 more, lift and lower, last one, lift and lower. Go ahead and meet me back in plank, hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward in between the hands. Exhale, step or hop your feet forward. Half lift when you get there. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms out to the sides, and stand all the way up. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Excellent work. Go ahead and separate the feet. Take a moment to check in with yourselves or shake it out if you need to. Empty coat sleeves, swinging the arms from side to side. Twist coming from the hips. And then stepping the feet back together. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop your feet back into plank. From here, we'll move into our plank to forearm plank. So again, separate the feet here so you can balance more. And we'll just come down to the right forearm and then meet me down with the left forearm and then come back up. Right hand, and let's switch sides. Come down left forearm, right forearm. Come up left hand, right hand. So let's do that 2 more times each side. You can do this at your own pace or follow me. Right forearm, right hand, left forearm, right hand. 1 more time each side. right arm, right hand, left hand. Left arm, right left hand, right hand. Excellent work. Hold your plank here and breathe. Let this be a rest position for you. Breathe in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. And then from here, drop those heels from side to side. Arc those hips up and over as if you have an imaginary beach ball underneath you. And then from here, let the heels fall over to the right. Lift your left hand up, side plank. So bring your left hand to your hips. We're gonna take a different variation this time. Bring your left foot forward. So you're making like this kickstand position. Press that foot strongly down into the mat. And we're gonna do some hip dips here. So drop the hips and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. For 3, lift, 2, lift, and 1, lift. Excellent work. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Walk your dog here. Cleansing breath if you need it. Breathe in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. From here, let's just roll forward into plank. And then lift those hips right back up, downward facing dog. Twice more. Roll forward, plank pose. And hips up, downward facing dog. Last time, roll forward, plank pose. And then from here, separate the feet. Let's just drop those heels over to the left. We're going into the other side. Lift your right hand up, side plank. Go ahead and bring your right hand to your hips. Step your right foot forward so you have that kickstand. Go ahead and lift those hips up and we'll go into those hip dips. Remember to keep pressing down strongly through your right leg and then go ahead and lower those hips about an inch and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. For 3, lift, 2, lift, and 1, lift. Go ahead and bring your right hand to the mat. Step that right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward in between the hands. Exhale, tippy toe step or hop your feet to the front. Half lift when you get there. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms out to the sides, and stand all the way up. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here, check in with yourself. Always remember to find that sense of gratitude, take any movements or adjustments that you need. And then meeting me in mountain pose, hands down by the sides. With an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your feet back, plank pose. From here, we'll move into our swimming plank. So we'll start by lifting the right leg, and you can just hold there. If you feel like challenging yourself, come to the left fingertips, and then we'll lift this left hand, and then switch sides. Left foot lifts, right fingertips, lift the right hand, and let's keep alternating, going back and forth here. Just at your own pace, remembering to breathe. For a total of about 3 to 4 each side. So try to remember which side you started with. And let's move into our final round. And then hips up, downward facing dog. Again, go ahead and walk your dog here. Do a cleansing breath if you need it, in through the nose and side out through the mouth. And then from here, we'll lift this right leg up, three-legged dog. Inhale, bring your right knee forward to touch the chin. Exhale, press back. Inhale, bring your right knee forward to touch the right elbow. Exhale, press back. Inhale, right knee across the body to touch the left elbow. Hold and extend that leg for fallen triangle, which is like a variation of side plank. So we'll stay here or come to your left fingertips. And then option to take it a little bit further by lifting your left arm. You can drop down the back heel of your back foot Press those hips forward and up. And let's do a few arm circles here with that top arm. Go ahead and switch direction. And let's go ahead and switch sides, dragging this right leg back. Downward facing dog. Other side. Lift that left leg up. Inhale, left knee forward to touch the chin. Exhale, press back. Inhale, left knee forward to left elbow. Exhale, press back. And inhale, left knee across the body. Extend the leg. Fallen triangle, lift that right hand up. And lift those hips up nice and high. Arm circles with that top arm. Go ahead and switch direction. Option to bend the elbow if you need to. And then let's drop this right hand down. Drag this left foot back. And let's actually meet up in a child's pose. So drop down to the knees. Bring the big toes to touch, hips to heels, and forehead to the mat. Go ahead and hold your child's pose as long as you need. Take a cleansing breath if you need it, in through the nose and side out through the mouth. If you need to take some movements in child's pose, you have the option to walk your hands over to one side, stack the hands, press the floor away, and then switch sides. Just kind of stretching out through the side body a little bit more. And then walk your hands back forward. And let's meet up in tabletop position. So from here, let's see, from here, we're gonna step our feet back into plank. And then we're gonna lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Walk your dog, take any movements here that you need. And then from here, we're gonna try to hop forward into our yogi squat. So you can adjust your hands if you need to. It's a little bit of core work here for that control. Bend the knees, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, we'll just hop the feet to the outsides of the hands, heels to the ground, hands come together at heart center, yogi squat. Keep that chest lifted nice and high. Squeeze the inside of the legs into the elbows, but have your elbows pressed back. And then from here, we're gonna transition into boat pose. So I like to extend my hands forward as I sink the hips back, and then bring those feet up off the floor. You can grab on behind the thighs, lift the chest, and we'll end with a little bit more core work here before we come into Savasana. So you can continue to hold on to the backs of the legs as long as you need. If you wanna take it up a notch, release the legs and let's straighten one leg, and then switch sides. So we're just pedaling out the legs here, straightening one leg at a time, remembering to modify if you need to by just gently grabbing on behind the thighs. And let's try straightening both legs and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Grab one behind the legs, place the feet down, walk the heels in, give the shins a squeeze. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, curl in. And then inhale, come right back up. Let's meet back in boat pose. And we'll do a little high boat to low boat action. So if you can, release the legs, take a big breath in, and exhale. Extend the legs, lower down, low boat. Inhale, crunch it back in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, crunch it back in. 3 more, lower. And lift, lower, and lift. Last one, lower, and lift. Go ahead and drop those feet down, and let's meet up in a butterfly pose. Placing the feet together, let the knees fall out to the sides. Inhale, lengthen the spine, nice flat back here, and exhale, forward fold. And go ahead and come back up. Slide the feet away some. Bring your right hand behind you, left hand to your knee. Inhale, lengthen, reach up with the crown of the head. And exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper and even gaze back over your back shoulder. Go ahead and come right back forward and switch sides. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little deeper, gaze back. And then go ahead and come right back forward. Use your hands to bring your knees together, and let's roll back onto our backs, hugging the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side, just to massage out the low back. And then from here, we'll transition into happy baby. Grabbing onto the big toes or the outer edges of the feet, pull the knees down towards the armpits. Bottoms of the feet face the ceiling. Again, if you want to rock a little side to side here, feel free. And then we'll go ahead and bring the feet back down to the mat and prepare for Savasana. Go ahead and straighten your legs. Bring your hands down by your sides and let yourself completely relax. You could drop your toes out to the sides, let your body be nice and heavy. And you have the option here in Savasana to let the eyes close or just have a soft gaze towards the ceiling. We'll relax here for about 30 to 45 seconds, allowing yourself to completely let go, let your body be heavy. Feel the support of the ground underneath you as you just let your muscles completely rest. Let your thoughts go in one ear and out the other, just allowing anything that comes up, allowing yourself to just let it go. And then using as little energy as possible, we'll go ahead and bring some movement back into the body. Just very small movements like wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, and then gently pressing yourself up into a seated position, bringing the hands together at heart center, bowing the chin down to the chest, taking a moment to find a sense of gratitude for getting yourselves through this class, this quick 20-minute core workout. I know you guys did an excellent job, so hope to see you guys at our next class soon. Namaste.